GQ are the biggest fashion magazine out there, and they've predicted what they think is going to be trending this summer. But here's the big question. Will we actually see any of these trends in real life, or are they just going to be an online thing? Well, in this video, I'm going to be answering exactly that, and feel free to share your thoughts as we go. Anyway, let's get right into it and start off with their first trend prediction. Okay, so short shorts, what do you reckon? Do you think it's just going to be an online thing for people recreating Paul Mescal and Harry Styles fits, or do you think we're going to see it out in the real world? In my opinion, I think we're going to see this one in real life too, because shorter shorts are always a thing out on the street. I'm not sure what it's like where you live, but I always see far more people wearing shorter shorts than longer jorts. So I don't think it's going to be that much different from the norm. And while we're talking about jorts, I do think jorts are one of those things we see more of online than in real life. Don't get me wrong, I still see people wearing them out in the wild, but it's not that many, and not as many as Instagram would have you believe. But let me know what you think about this one, and which shorts are you going to be wearing this summer? I'm going for the shorter type. So this trend is all about wearing sports gear casually, especially football tops, and this is nothing new. We saw a lot of it last year, and I do think we're going to see a lot of it this year too. And sports tops are designed to keep you cool, so they're a great thing to wear in the summer, so this is a very practical trend. And you probably already know what I'm going to say about this one because it's already taken over Instagram, and we've seen plenty of it out on the streets. Well, I have anyway. So yes, I do think we'll see this trend both online and in the streets. So good job so far, GQ. I do agree with you, but you've got some very questionable trend predictions coming up, so I know things are going to take a turn. Now I know this is a trend online, but I don't think it's going to stand out as a trend in the real world. Do I still think we're going to see people out in the streets wearing minimal monochrome? Bit of a tongue twister, that one. But yeah, of course I do. But are you really going to notice an increase in people wearing it out on the streets? I don't think so. I just think people dress like this all the time, trending or not, out on the streets. So I don't think it's going to be that different from the norm. It's just kind of like a timeless style. And I use the word timeless loosely here, and if you watch my video about timeless fashion, you'll know why. And if you haven't seen it, then I definitely recommend checking it out. Obviously I'm going to say that because I made it, but I do think it's a good video. But only check it out if it's raining outside. If it's sunny outside, get out there and get some fresh air. What are you doing inside? Okay, so this is where GQ take a turn for me because they're talking about Overlord Leather. Overlord Leather is such a GQ title for a trend, but I get what they mean. They mean that we're going to see people walking around in the summer dressed as Darth Vader. Okay, maybe not that extreme, but they're saying leather is going to be trending in the hot weather. I'm just sat editing this video, and I don't think Darth Vader even wears leather. If he does, he doesn't wear that much of it, and he's not known for it. So I don't know what I was thinking with that example, but let's just crack on. I don't know where the person who wrote this article lives, but even here in the UK, I don't think we're going to see that many people wearing leather in the summer, and the weather's awful here. What I've noticed from GQ over the years is they always seem to predict that leather will be trending no matter what the season, no matter what the year. So I just don't see this one happening personally for the summer. Do any of you even like wearing leather in the hot weather? Because I definitely don't. And speaking about likes, if you are enjoying this video so far, then please give it a like. And while you're down there, it would be lovely if you could smash up the subscribe button too. Thank you. And I've been hearing from people that since they subscribed to the channel, they got a raise at work. That's what they've been saying anyway. Whenever I think about plaid, I always think about autumn. Well, until recently anyway. I've definitely noticed brands promoting it a lot more for summer, and I've noticed it a lot more in the shops, so I do think we'll see it out in the wild. It's a really subtle trend, and it's not going to stand out too much, so you might not even notice it, but I do think it will happen. So yeah, I have to agree with the leather overlord predictor on this one. But let's move on. Fashion brands and magazines always try and push a certain colour for a certain season, and I swear I never see it translate into the streets. Is that the right thing to say, translate into the streets? I think so. We're going to go with it anyway. Well, actually, apart from butter yellow this year. Butter yellow was predicted as being one of the biggest colours for the summer, and to be fair, I've seen a lot of it on the high street already. Just not on people. The racks are always full of it in the shops, but no one seems to be buying it or wearing it, from what I've seen anyway. Maybe where you live, it looks like you're walking through a field of buttercups as you walk down the high street, but that hasn't been the case for me, and I've been about this year a bit. But I'm not here to talk about butter yellow, I'm here to talk about pastel pink, because that's what GQ predicted, but I haven't seen an increase of it in the streets personally. Maybe I'm just turning a blind eye to it because it's not a colour that I go for, but let me know if you've seen different. It only suits certain skin tones, and it's a harder colour to style, so I don't see this one trending personally. So yeah, Leather Overlord, that's how I'm going to refer to the person who wrote this article now, the Leather Overlord. I don't agree with you on this one. Okay, so Leather Overlord has pulled it back with this one, and I do agree with them. Well, as long as fisherman sandals and strappy sandals are included here, which they seem to be because they've used images of them, so that's all good. But fisherman sandals have got really popular this year, and I've seen a lot of them online and out on the streets, so I think they're spot on with this one. It's another practical trend, and they're perfect for the summer, and I think they can look really good. Now, I love a graphic tee, and I do think we're going to see plenty of them online and in the streets in the summer, but not so much the slogan tees. I think a t-shirt with a slogan on can look really dated, and not in a good way, and a little bit tacky. And not all of them, but a lot of them anyway. But what do you think about them? But the graphic tees the article has linked below the slogan tees are just regular graphic tees, so I can't tell what they're saying with this one. If they're talking about graphic tees in general, then I always think they're a popular option for the summer, but if they're talking about slogan tees making a big appearance, I'm not so sure. So, Oat Hats. I probably pronounced that wrong, but what's new? But if I did, please do correct me in the comments. I wanted to say Hort, but I'm going to stick with Oat. Did I say Oat or Ort? I think I said Oat. I'm going to stick with Oat. I should have stuck with Hort, shouldn't I? But yeah, I've been seeing a lot more people wearing berets, the Charles Jeffrey Loverboy hats, and just more funky hats in general. But I do think it's going to be more of an online thing, personally. I think if you live in London or Tokyo, then you will see a lot more of these. But for everywhere else, as a trend, I don't think so. This is one of those styles that makes me think of TV show hosts, celebrity awards ceremonies, and performers on stage, and not something we see people wearing down the high street. I think there's a fine line with this one looking really good or very, very tacky, and I think for most people who are popping into town to get their white chocolate, oat milk matcha latte with cinnamon in it, a diamond outfit is going to be overkill. And I've personally not seen an increase of people wearing it online or in the high street, so I'm going to have to disagree on this one. The Overlord has linked a studded belt though, which I wouldn't include in this category, and I have seen an increase in them. So yes to the studded belt, but I don't think we're going to see a rise of diamond clothing online or in the streets personally. So, slime green sounds delicious, doesn't it? I think this is one we're only going to see on runways or on clothing racks because I don't see that many people wearing slime green this summer. Do you? I don't know anyone who loves wearing slime green. Well, actually, there's this one lady in town who loves to wear full green outfits. She might like it, but apart from her, I don't think it's going to be a popular colour with many people. It's a hard colour to style, it's very loud and in your face, so I don't see this one becoming a trend this summer. If it does, then I will eat, I don't know, my microphone. And on that note, I think I'm going to end this one here. It's only just clicked for me where the whole slime green trend prediction has come from. And of course, it's to do with Brat Summer from Charlie XCX. So this trend prediction does make a lot of sense. However, I still think the hype around Brat Summer has died down quite a lot. So I still don't think we're going to see a lot of slime green on the high street. If we do, as I said, I'll scoff my microphone. But I did think the trend predictions from GQ were quite strange this year. And I think there's so many more obvious trends that are going to happen. And I talk all about that in a video that I did recently. So I'll leave that linked in the description box and I'll put it at the end of the video. But we are going to end this one here. So let me know your thoughts. Am I wrong or am I right? If you like this video, please do leave it a like. Don't forget to hit subscribe, smash up the subscribe button, and thank you so much for watching. Right, hopefully that's put people off wearing slime green now, so there's more for me. Oh, the camera's still rolling. Oh, see you later.